always on by 6. Before the eggs, before the morning mix of all the sounds that made our house a place of safety, wrapped in Mama's morning grace. She'd hum along the songs she knew by heart, and that was how she always chose to start. Mama's kitchen radio, playing soft and low. Mama's kitchen radio, putting on a show for no one but the family and the walls and the little girl who listened in the halls. Mama's kitchen radio still plays inside my heart. She'd dance a little when she thought alone, and sing the words completely off the tone. But it was the most beautiful thing I knew, the sound of someone living fully through. I learned that joy lives in the ordinary, in the humble, in the daily, and the very. Mama's kitchen radio, playing soft and low. Mama's kitchen kitchen and my own radio that fills the morning like a home. And sometimes when I catch myself just swaying, I know exactly whose steps I am replaying. Mama's kitchen radio, we braided each other's hair on Sunday afternoons, shared secrets underneath the bedroom moons, believed that we would always stay this close before the world took everything almost. We didn't know the golden age we're in until we stood outside it looking in. Girlhood was golden before we knew the wait. Girlhood was golden before it got so late. The barefoot summers and the careless days, the laughter that got lost inside the haze of growing up and going separate ways. Girlhood was golden, and I miss it every day. We stayed up late, debating silly things, like who we'd marry and what future brings. And everything seemed possible and bright before the complicated and the right and wrong of navigating being winning in a world that wasn't always with us grinning. But for a while we were most uncomplicated form of me. Girlhood was golden before he knew the way. Girlhood was golden before it got so late. I see it in the little girls today, the way they run without a care or say about what others think or what they should. And I just wanna tell them it is good. Stay here a little longer if you can, before the golden fades into a play. Girlhood was golden. We never put our shoes on before noon. We'd run across the grass beneath the moon of summer evenings, fireflies in the air. No thought of what was coming or what's where. The grass still wet with morning on our heels. The best that barefoot childhood ever feels. The summer of bare feet, when time forgot to move. The summer of bare feet, when life had found its groove. The dirt between our toes, the sunburned nose, the way that summer always softly goes. The summer of bare feet, I'd give anything for one more day. We'd stay outside till someone called us in, and even then we'd ask for 5 more minutes. The days were long and golden without end, the kind of summers only children spend. I didn't know that I was storing up the warmth that later fills my winter cup. The summer of bare feet, when time forgot to move. The summer of bare feet, when life had found its groove. Now I watch my nieces in the yard, running without shoes across the hard and soft of summer grass, and I just smile knowing they are living it. Meanwhile, the summer of bare feet, run a little longer. Before the graduation dust had settled, before the small town feeling had me netted into the life that everyone expected, and found a bigger world I'd never suspected. But something followed me through every city, something small and warm and sometimes gritty. The town I always carry wherever I have gone, the town I always carry in the words of every song. The people and the porches and the rain, the drive-thru and the diner and the lane. The town I always carry in the center of my chest. over all these years, but comes back strong in laughter and in tears. And every time I drive that old road home, I feel it like I never really roamed. You can leave a town, but towns don't really leave. They just set up there, living in your sleep. The town I always carry wherever I have gone. The town I always carry in the words of every song. I've stood in cities glittering and wide, and still I felt my small town tucked inside, not holding me back, just holding me together. The anchor I have worn through every weather. The town I always carry, always home. Made a pact beneath the oak tree then, that nothing in the world would change us when we grew up and moved away and found our different lives on different kinds of ground. We really believed it, sitting there at 17, not knowing what the years would come to mean. We were 17 forever in the light of that July. We were 17 forever underneath the same blue sky. Before the jobs and distances and years, before the complicated joy and fears. We were 17 forever, and a part of me still is. I saw her tagged in photos last week Thursday. She looked so grown, so different and so okay. And something in my chest pulled sweet and sore for the girls we were that we can't be anymore. Growing up is just a love song for the past, a beautiful and bittersweet contrast. We were 17 forever in the light of that July. We were 17 forever underneath the same blue sky. I hope she knows I carry her with me in every version of the woman I'll be. And if she reads this somehow, some way, still, we were 17 forever, and we always will. We were 17 forever. Thank you for those years. There are faces in my memory so clear, from the time before the world got complicated here, before the losses and the distances arrived, when everyone I loved was still alive. I keep them in the softest part of me, where grief and gratitude can coexist and be. Faces from before the storm, smiling in the warm. Faces from before the storm, before we knew the norm would change and take some of them far away, would shuffle who we are from day to day. garden rose, my friend who laughed at everything that goes wrong, at the worst and best of all the times. Both of them now living in my rhymes. The people that we lose become our poetry, the most alive inside our memory. Faces from before the storm, smiling in the warm. Faces from before the storm, before we knew the norm. I'd give a quiet Tuesday afternoon to sit with all of them beneath the moon. One more time, one more meal, one more song in the before, where everyone belongs. Faces from before the storm, I see you We didn't know that summer was the last, before the weight of growing up was cast upon our shoulders like a different kind of season that would change our simple minds. In hindsight, it was golden and complete, a final summer dancing in the heat, the last innocent summer before everything got real, the last innocent summer before we learned to feel the complicated parts of being grown, before the world stopped feeling like our own. The last innocent summer was the sweetest one of all. We stayed up till the birds began their song, and laughed at things that weren't even that long or clever, but the summer made them so. The last year everything was soft and slow. I wish I could have known to hold it near, the last of all the soft and easy years, the last innocent summer before everything got real, the last innocent summer before we learned to feel. I give that summer to my memory now, as something precious that the years allow me to revisit in the quiet nights, when adulthood is heavy and the light feels far away from those sweet golden days. I go back to the last innocent haze, the last innocent summer. I lived it beautifully. 2, 3, 4. I found the diary behind the winter coats, the one I filled with 17-year-old notes. Her handwriting so earnest and so sure about a world she hadn't suffered yet through. I read her slowly like a favorite book, and gave myself permission just to look. Worn pages of yesterday, holding who I used to be. Worn pages of yesterday, a younger, softer me. The dreams she had, the love she lost in ink, the questions at the edge of everything. Worn pages of yesterday, I'm glad she wrote it down. She worried about things that never came, and loved some people who forgot her name. But in between the worry and the love, she lived so fully and so much enough. I wanna tell her everything works out, that most of what she feared was just the doubt. Worn pages of yesterday, holding who I used to be. Worn pages of yesterday, a younger, softer me. I closed the diary and held it near, and thanked the girl who had the courage clear to write her whole unguarded heart down true. Because those worn pages led me here to you. Worn pages of yesterday, I see you, younger me. It comes around in autumn and in late July, when certain songs come on and I don't know why. You're feeling like a bruise pressed gently there, a sweetness and a sadness in the air. I've learned to recognize its season now, the old familiar ache, and when and how. That old familiar ache, for everything I loved and had to leave. That old familiar ache, for everyone I've loved who had to grieve or go or change or turn to someone else. It visits like a chapter from the shelf. That old familiar ache is just the price of having loved at all. I don't try to outrun it anymore. I just sit with it beside the open door and let it speak its name and have it say, then watch it slowly soften and give way. Aching for the past is not the same as stuck. It's honoring the beauty of what once was. That old familiar ache, for everything I loved and had to leave. That old familiar ache, for everyone I've loved who had to grieve. The ache means something mattered in its time, that love left its impression in the climb of everything I've been and yet to be. That old familiar ache is part of me. That old familiar ache, I know you well. It happened somewhere in my 33rd year. The resemblance that I used to quietly fear appeared one morning in the bathroom glass, a version of my mother looking back. I used to say I'd be so different, so my own. Now I see her face and I am not alone. I see her face in the mirror now, and I'm not scared, I'm proud somehow. I see her face in the mirror now. Her strength, her grace, her quiet vow to love through every difficulty and through to give before she ever thought of who would give it back to her someday. I see her face, and I wanna be that way. I hear her in the way I comfort friends, and how I stay until the crying ends, and how I set the table like a feast for ordinary Tuesday at the least. She is so deep inside me, I can't tell where she ends and where I start to dwell. I see her face in the mirror now, and I'm not scared, I'm proud somehow. I see her face in the mirror now. But mama, if you're reading this, know well that everything you are I try to tell, and how I live each day and who I've grown. You gave me the best parts I've ever known. I see her face in the mirror now. Hello, mama. Hello, mama. The color of the kitchen in that house, the way the morning crept in soft as a mouse, the smell of something cooking in the pan, the sound of everyone who gave a damn. Memory is mercy in its finest form, the way it keeps you warm through every storm. I still remember everything, every color, every song. I still remember everything, every place I once belonged. The details that the years forget to keep are living somewhere in my deepest sleep. I still remember everything, and I am grateful for it all. The way her perfume filled the hallway air, the way he'd whistle walking up the stair, the way the table sounded full and bright, the specific quality of Sunday light. These aren't just memories, they're still alive in me. They breathe and flourish and survive. I still remember everything, every color, every song. I still remember everything, every place I once belonged. To everyone I've ever loved and known, who shaped the person writing this alone, I carry you in the most vivid part, the remembering most alive in my still remember everything, every single thing. We didn't always understand each other well, had different ways of living out the shell of the same childhood roof and family name, but grew through all of it into the same deep knowing of each other's hidden things, the way that only shared beginning brings. Growing up together slowly builds a bond that nothing in the later years goes beyond. We grew up together slowly, side by side through all the years. We grew up together slowly, through the laughter and the tears, through the arguments and silences and more, through the learning of each other at the core. We grew up together slowly, and I'm grateful we were there. And find your feet. I watched you fall and find a way to meet yourself on the other side of every heart, and you watched me do the same with equal guard. No witness holds your story like a sibling who was there through all the trembling. We grew up together slowly, side by side through all the years. We grew up together slowly, through the laughter and the tears. And now we're older, and life has pulled us wide across the map of different dreams and tides, but something in my bones still feels you near. The growing up together always here. We grew up together slowly, still growing. I moved 3,000 miles away from home and learned the particular weight of alone. But every time the phone rang and I heard her voice come through, I had the only word for everything I'd been unable to say since the day I drove my life away. The sound of home is her voice, calling me back to my original choice of warmth and unconditional and real. The sound of home is her voice, and it reminds me of the feel of being someone's whole entire world. The sound of home is her voice, and I need it every day. She asks the same things every single time. Are you eating well? Is everything just fine? And I say yes, even when it isn't quite, because some worries aren't hers to carry tonight. But her voice alone makes the caring lighter, makes the distance feel a little brighter. The sound of home is her voice, calling me back to my original choice. One day she every favorite song. The sound of home is her voice. I'll call her right now. Nobody in our family said it loud. It wasn't something spoken in the crowd of ordinary dinners and routine. It was the love that lived in the between. The love that shows in staying and in doing, in the quiet and the constant, and the brewing of a pot for someone without asking why. The love that never needed to say goodbye. Love passed down in quiet ways, in the unannounced and ordinary days. Love passed down in quiet ways, in the staying and the always. Not in declarations or grand display, but in showing up in the most humble way. Love passed down in quiet ways is still the loudest love I know. My grandmother never said the word but made the bed while I was sleeping, never swayed from any task she felt would make our day a little softer, and that was her say. Some people speak their love in acts so plain, you only understand them in the rain of hindsight, looking back on what they gave. The quiet love that followed to the grave. Love passed down in quiet ways, in the unannounced and ordinary days. I'm learning how to say it louder now, to not assume they know somehow, to use the word and mean it to their face before the quiet love runs out of space. Love passed down in quiet ways. I'm saying it out loud now. She used to wear her heart on every sleeve, believed in everything without reprieve, loved without the armor and the guard, fell completely and fell beautifully hard. I look at her in photographs sometimes and love her for the openness she claims. The girl I used to be was braver than she knew. The girl I used to be was mostly broken through, with hope and love and all the things ahead that she would face with more courage than she said. The girl I used to be, I carry her with pride. She made mistakes I've spent some years undoing, but everything she chose kept love pursuing in all directions without much defense, and that was beautiful even if intense. The woman that I am owes her everything. The girl I was gave me my wings. The girl I used to be was braver than she knew. The girl I used to be was mostly broken through. I wouldn't go back, but I'd hold girl I used to be. I love you still.